I wanted to do a comparison of two very popular color changing foundations. This one was sent to me by the brand. This one I bought with my own money. So we have the Luxe color changing foundation. I got it in medium, and then the Prime Skin color changing foundations. This isn't a specific, is that even a word? Specific shade. So I actually have them out of the packaging right here. I've used this one before. I've tested this maybe on like the back of my hand, but I'm thinking we'll do Luxe on this side and then the Prometics, that's what it's called. Prometics, excuse me, on this side, and just really can compare. So as I get ready with that, I'm in front of a natural lit window, so hopefully the lighting is clear there. I just washed my hands. So we'll start with the Luxe. So we'll get a little bit on my finger, and then I do have a little brush to blend it in. Get that product off. So again, the cool thing with the color changing foundation, and probably one of my favorite like values of just like having this type of makeup, is especially during the summer, spring, or just months you're in the sun. I think it's super nice because obviously like you're tanning, or maybe your body is a little tanner than your face. I try to always put sunscreen on my face, so it just kind of helps match. And again, the cool thing is it adjusts to your face. So that is the Luxe. Let's go ahead and blend it in. As you can see, it comes out white and almost instantly blends and changes to kind of my skin tone. So for this one, it says buildable coverage. I think both of them technically are buildable. So depending, I might do two like layers, if you will, but we'll see. Just kind of want to make sure this is blended so we have an even comparison.
Watching this back and wearing this the rest of the day, I'm going to come in with voiceovers and just add additional thoughts that I had.
And again, why I like the Luxe one, again, I've only used it a handful of times, but it's light. It doesn't feel like you have like greasy or like super heavy makeup on. Again, obviously you can build it, but I think that's really nice. Let's go ahead. I'm going to clean that brush off and do the Prometics. It's a little bit of a different applicator, obviously. This one's a pump, so we'll do it on this finger. Honestly, kind of looks similar. It's like kind of a white out there. This one also says, if I'm not mistaken, I'm looking at the box right now, to use, apply it layered to even out skin tone, add a second layer for medium to full coverage, which makes sense.
One thing I noticed watching back and just my experience through the day is this definitely was a little bit more full coverage than the Luxe one. The Luxe one was a little bit more natural finish. Also noticed both of these didn't really settle into like my fine lines as the day went on.
Not just fair to medium skin tone, so kind of fits the other one. So yeah, as you can see, almost like instantaneously it starts to change. I do like the feel of this.
Again, even with these being slightly different coverage, they were super light, breathable. It wasn't heavy or cakey in my opinion. Probably use the Luxe one daily when I'm out and about, just want my normal coverage. And I can also see myself wearing the Prime daily, but kind of more use case of if I'm going to work or meeting with friends and I just want a little bit more of a polished look. It's super nice when foundations are buildable, so you could get to the polished look really with both of them.
Up as a gift for someone, like I feel like foundation, concealer, any face product is like really hard to do because you know, like your mom or your sister or your friend, you know what skin shade they are, but like there's so many ranges of shades. So this is nice because you would just select something color changing and it will adapt to their skin. All right, got some crazy flyaways there. So that's kind of what that is looking like. I am liking the coverage on both. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more on the Luxe, and maybe we'll do a second layer just to, since we're comparing, we might as well. So let's put a little bit more on my finger.
It felt like the finishes were very similar. However, the Luxe states that it's a matte one and the Prime states that it is a natural finish.
See, I'm being a little more meticulous when applying and blending, but honestly, I feel like you could throw this on in either of these on in like a couple minutes, probably less than a minute, and be good to go. I think it would also be interesting, and maybe what I can do might have to be an additional video, almost like a wear test. I've done like an oxidation test for the Luxe before, but not the Prime. I think that would be interesting, like in a couple hours or towards the end of the day, I can come back on and kind of show my split face again and see. Maybe I'll do that at the end of the video actually, and then you can kind of see the comparison of what it looks like towards the end of the day, just because obviously since they're color changing over time, it's gonna adjust a little bit, but just how it holds up. Okay, so that is Luxe. Let's do a little bit more of the Prime.
I thought it was pretty interesting. Prime says a 12-hour wear day, and the Luxe mentioned all-day adjustment. So both are definitely long-lasting, but it's interesting the difference.
I was also gonna say, which I just wanted to double check with this, they don't really have like a smell or anything. So if you are sensitive or care about that, that's nice to know too. Okay. Blend this out. I feel like a foundation type of brush like this is easier to blend. You could obviously use your finger. I applied it with my finger, but or a beauty blender. I haven't used a beauty blender in a while. I feel like, you know, I used to wear those all the time, or use them all the time, excuse me. I do have eye makeup on, obviously, so I feel like the other day I was putting makeup on and I accidentally like got black all over my face. So I usually do foundation first, but I knew I was gonna do a comparison video today, so all right, I think I have both sides pretty blended in, so you can kind of see a comparison. Honestly, I feel like they're both pretty similar. I mean, you can obviously judge for yourself. I don't know if I have a clear winner. Again, maybe later when I do the like end of day wear test, we can kind of see. But again, it's like smooth. It's not greasy on either side. I feel like it gives light to medium coverage. It's nothing crazy. Obviously, I could probably use a little concealer in a couple spots. But I feel like the color is pretty nice and actually kind of similar. Again, I'll watch back to this video. Looks similar to me as I'm watching it. Anyways, okay, I am gonna come back to you in a little bit and we'll do a wear test, and then I'll kind of sum up with my final thoughts. All right, it's later that same day. Actually, I had a workout class too. I made another video about this. I don't typically do workouts with makeup on, but I was like, let's just do the wear test. So this is Luxe and this is Prime, so you can see kind of up close. I feel like watching back the video, I definitely added a little bit more product on the Prime side, so that's one thing to caveat, but I personally am a fan of both of them. I would repurchase or rebuy both of them. I honestly feel like they're both really good products, but obviously, hopefully this gives you a little information when comparing the two.